labor relations jobs. So later that year, mafia bosses from New York City and around the country were subpoenaed to testify in front of the Senate Select Committee on Improper Activities in the Labor or Management Field. It was led by Senator John L. McClellan and Robert F. Kennedy.
The McClellan Rackets Committee. In an effort to prove Teamster ties with the underworld, the senators questioned many witnesses.
The McClellan Committee hearings focus is on the connection between unions and the mob. And they're determined to figure out what can we do to root out this problem of criminality and corruption in American unions.
One of the people who testifies in front of the Rackets Committee was crazy Joey Gallo.
Joey
That's a
Gallo,
good angle,
his brothers Larry and Al.
Joey Gallo?
Up and
Is it really Joey Gallo or Joey Gallo?
Joey Gallo is one of these
Joey Gallo.
old-school, larger-than-life gangsters.
Joey was out of his mind, wanted to kill everybody, beat everybody up, and didn't trust anybody.
He's erratic and he's sort of terrifying, but he also has these ideas about the future of organized crime that are really going against the grain of what the traditional mob culture was at the time.
That's like,
Larry was always the boss.
yeah, she had a brush, babe.
My father,
Look at it, she had a brush.
61.
Hee hee hee, sneaky little doggo.
And then we have Albert Kid Blast, the youngest one. The Gallows performed probably the most
I'm just
spectacular
doing
mob
this
film
for
of the 20th
behind it,
century.
and then I'm gonna go do
The
another
outrageous stage ahead.
layer eventually once it dries over it.
Joey Gallo and his brother
But this
Larry
will
were
give it like
credited
a
as being
cooler
masterminds of
background
that killing.
than what it
And
has.
so it's said that that's
Oh,
how
yeah, I
they
see what
became
you're
the
doing.
men for Facci family.
Yeah, because originally
Anastasia put the Gallo
Too
brothers on
warm.
the map. When they were initiated into the Profaci family shortly after, or straightened out, as they'd say, insiders knew they must have been the ones behind the
I
hit.
remember that.
Albert Anastasia got killed.
There's like
Right after that, Joey Gallo, Larry Gallo,
the cat behind it.
in the Fafaci film. In this world, if you know, there's no other reason for it. You don't straighten out somebody unless they already did.
After the Anastasia killing, the Gallows would forever be known as guns for hire. But they made their real money in South Brooklyn, in Red Hook. They worked for Local 19, a Teamsters union that repaired jukeboxes and extorted local businesses. Word got around. On February 17, 1959, Joe and Larry Gallo were called to testify in front of Senator McClellan's committee.
Everybody gets called. Joey and Larry get called.
There'll be the truth, gold, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Joey gets famous on TV for that. Glasses with Ray-Bans, smoking. Joey had no fear. He
Look, it just made it pop.
Mm-hmm.
Are you also known as a racketeer and gangster?
Yeah, I made
I
it
respectfully
the
decline
center
to answer
point now.
because I honestly believe my answer might incriminate.
He's got slick back hair, the shades, black suit jacket, no tie, just chain smoking. Senator's getting furious.
Have you a father and mother? I respectfully decline to answer because I honestly believe my answer might be. Are you what's known as a thug or a hoodlum? I respectfully decline
What's
to
up,
answer because
everybody?
I honestly believe my answer might be correct.
So he was a personality, a beacon for publicity. If he was interviewed, someone stopped him on the street, the newspaper, he would talk to the papers.
Joey, what about these stories that some of your friends are unhappy they can't get out of jail because of you?
This is what she's painting.
Having a party.
That's the photo.
Really having a good time. Yeah, some of them more like a hotel or a theater.
That's where it's at so far.
One big hotel. Do you miss the place? No.
Joey Gallo, he's got the cameras rolling. He's on national television. It just scares the pants off mom and pop in Omaha watching these things.
In the 1950s is a period in which almost every American family by the end of the decade has acquired a television.
Oops.
And so they are able to watch these hearings and see these characters and hear the accusations about misappropriation of funds and intimidation, union election fixing, and it's throwing the light on these shady dealings between big-time unions and the mob.
It was great TV. It was probably its most significant impression on the American
I'm gonna
public.
give it a
And
minute.
it did sort of make
Oh.
Okay.
people more afraid and more reasons to not like.
Now we gotta
New
watch
York,
paint
some
dry,
other
y'all.
Big cities, like, oh, that's where all the
Yeah.
gangsters, racketeers are.
Fun.
The 1950s and moving into the
Yeah.
1960s are some big decades for Gallo. A lot happens for him.
Yeah, this is fun part.
He's
What's everybody
in an
doing?
organization where the
Y'all ever seen
dynamics and the power
a toy
struggles
poodle
are challenging.
mixed with a mini schnauzer?
Where did the Gallup
There's one right there.
trajectory of five families in
That's
New York?
Ginny the Schnoodle. She's got a
They're
YouTube
the
channel.
first ones
You
who
should check it
decided,
out.
I don't care about your
Ginny.
Sicilian codes.
Ginny, the Schnoodle,
The code's lucky that you ought to
on
replace
YouTube.
them. You built the commission. We're gonna do it
Boop,
our
boop,
way.
boop, boop.
And we have to do it. Once you get the next generation, especially in the 1950s, the kids on jukeboxes, they're not coming back. The ideas of Omerta are inevitably going to get lost in the American cultural landscape.
Joey and Larry Gallo's testimony in front of the McClellan Committee in February 1959 put them on a national stage and on the radar of every mafia member in New York City. They kept their mouths shut, honored Omerta, but still made a mockery of the hearings and made a name for themselves in the process. Having any sort of public persona is never a good thing for those in a secret society. And back in South Brooklyn, the Gallos was starting to get a reputation.
The Gallo brothers were folk heroes of Brooklyn.